Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me in my little corner of the internet. As you can see, we've got a mess going on here. We are cleaning house. No, this is not a declutter, at least not yet. This is a perfume organization. There is a lot of chaos going on in this room. I've got all of my mists laid out here. Some perfumes in this little duffel bag, little BBW haul that I got stored for you guys. And the goal is to get all of this and a couple boxes in the back, if you can see, to this shelf. So thanks to dear husband, he has helped me set up this little not little, but this 5-tier shelf here. It is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that he helped me set this up. And now it's up to me to put all this crap back in the shelves. So far, the easiest one that I was able to get done are my little travels. As you can see, he also created this little, container, this shelving system here. So I've got all of my little Mimic perfume oils. I've got my clean preserve little oils here. Some Le Monde Gourmand travels. Some extra oils. My Al Rehab Choco Musk. My little Sand and Fog travels. And a couple travel size of some designer fragrances in the back as well. And then I have another little extra one, although this one is not as stable as this shelf here on the left. Then I just purchased these little clear acrylic shelving. These are the previous ones that I owned. I'm keeping these. I just ordered some additional shelving for all of them. And like I said, the goal is to get all of this into here. Wish me luck. Alright guys, so I've got this part of the shelf, which is the second to last one here. I've got this part of the shelf pretty much filled in with all of my mists, excluding the new ones. So if you can see here, I've got some of my old Bath & Body Works mist, a couple of my Sol de Janeiro. This is Danza Mystica. An old ancient bottle of Victoria's Secret's Love Spell. Some of these new Kopari mists that I picked up at, I believe, TJ Maxx. Some other Bath & Body Works sprays. I was thinking of putting my Nest body mists here. And then these are just some like scented skincare or lotions and creams that came in sets with perfumes and mists. One shelf up is my favorite shelf so far, and that is all of my travel sizes and minis and oils. And the rest here are all of my Sand and Fog oils, because I love them and I'm crazy like that. I have them in color coordination here, which I think is pretty pleasing. I am not at all an organized person. I am quite chaotic and quite hectic in real life. So seeing that I'm capable of some semblance of organization, I'm quite proud of that. And especially to have it somewhat color coordinated. Come on guys, come on. I'm very, very pleased. And I just placed a couple extra, some of my other Sand and Fog oils too that I've picked up. Old Vanilla Musk, trusty old Jasmine and Cedarwood, got Pistachio Dream in the back here. This new one here, Rosewood, which is a very interesting, spicy, woody, rosy scent. So yeah, so far, so good. And I'm thinking up here, so this is the shelf right above it. I'm thinking up here I'll put some of my minis. Look how cute they are sitting. Got my little minis, and maybe some samples that I also have, and some decants that I keep here. So we'll see what I place on this shelf. Okay, so the organization kind of lasted 5 minutes because I realized I wanted to put my Le Monde Gourmand fragrances on this shelf as well. I was trying to keep it more like all of my affordable perfumes and oils in the same vicinity or in the same shelf. So in that shelf above it, next to where I had my minis and samples, I was thinking of putting the remainder of my affordable fragrances, like the ones that I find at TJ Maxx, all the, the nice little cheapies, along with my celebrity perfumes. And then I realized that I don't like this setup at all. Not saying that I don't like the affordable ones in the back here, but I don't like having my celebrity fragrances just kind of, laid out all helter-skelter. So now I'm stuck. By the way, don't excuse like the appearance of this little lone bottle. I found this at a garage sale. Somebody was selling this old bottle of Rihanna's Rebelle. Unfortunately, it is a damaged bottle. There's no cap on it, but got it for like $5, so I'm not mad at it. I still have the big bottle that I purchased before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if I like this layout. Maybe I could just move them over and then move my my samples and minis elsewhere. I could bring it down here, because I wanted to keep my top shelves with all of my designer fragrances. And these are just unboxed because I threw out the boxes. So, yeah, got some thinking to do, a little bit more proper planning. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, definitely put them in the comments below. I'm not afraid to rearrange everything. All right. So I'm making some progress with my top shelf. As you can see, I've got a lot of my designers and like my higher end designers and my affordable designers all on this top shelf here. What did I say? The Banana Republic perfumes, don't they look so good lined up together? And I'm just keeping a little bit of space here towards the back, because there's some more perfumes that will go in that area. I like to organize and categorize my fragrances by house. It's just easy for me to know what exactly I'm reaching for. Maybe let's say if I'm in a Gucci mood, okay, I know I have all of my Gucci fragrances here. Or maybe if I want to reach for any of my Twillies, all of my cleans, of course, I have them lined up here. Some of my taller fragrances, I just kind of place them in between these two shelving units. Got my Coaches up front. And then here it's just a mess. Again, I'm trying to organize it. And each fragrance house, I should say, I'm kind of sort of putting it in alphabetical order. So like B's, Banana Republic, Burberry, Chloe, Clean, Dior, Coach, Hermes, Gucci, Carolina Herrera. Again, it's chaotic, but an organized chaos, if I may say. Again, just still working through this. I'm still not that happy with how the third shelf is. I want my I'm thinking maybe I'll move my minis and samples down a shelf or something so that I can have proper room for my celebrity fragrances, you know? We'll see. Still working on a few here. It's just going to take time. This is actually the second day that I'm working on this. I had to take a break. So yeah, onwards and upwards. All right, guys, so this is what we got going on. Pretty happy with how it's looking so far. I know it looks kind of cluttered, kind of chaotic, but this is what's working for me. Again, like I said before, I have them all lined up in sort of alphabetical order by house. I'm just keeping this space here underneath that Banana Republic area because I am currently on the prowl for some more scents. Just filled in the gaps of, you know, where else I was missing. Filled in a little more for this area. Got my Tokas up front, my YSL. Leaving a little space here because there are some more fragrances that will fill that spot. I'm just, again, keeping it organized. My Mugler's. Still not happy with the third shelf. So these are just more sample sets that I like to keep for reference. And, you know, just to spritz every so often whenever I want to smell something, along with my minis. But what I'm thinking of doing is taking all of my samples and minis and then taking the travel sizes and the minis here and then putting those all on one shelf. And I'll probably put it down at the bottom with the body mists. That way I have this entire area for all of my celebrity scents, and I can keep like my little cheapies here, my adorable little cheapies, and that will still give me some space for like my Sand and Fog and Le Monde Gourmand fragrances. I know, crazy, this is like insane, but I'm pretty happy with how it is going so far, and I love looking at my perfumes. And what's nice with it being in this little cabinet, or I guess, yeah, like this little closet cabinet, is that I can always just shut the door and it doesn't look so chaotic. So I'm taking a break and I'll resume in probably like tomorrow or another day. All right, guys, it is several days later because work gets in the way of anything that's fun. I think I'm pretty much done with my setup. It is still a work in progress, but I'm very happy with how I've got things laid out for now. And I still kept some space just for any additional fragrances that I will be adding to my collection. So the first shelf and the second shelf I keep for mostly my designer fragrances, whether it is on the lower end or higher end. Third shelf here, I keep all of my cute little cheapies. And here I'm keeping some space for my celebrity fragrances. I would like to get an additional shelf one day, just a small one, so I can have them stacked. I find that having them stacked like this and that in a tiered fashion, I can optimize more space rather than just having them lined out all flat on one shelf. Actually, it'll be a little hard with all of my taller fragrances here in the back, but I think I can make it work. And trust me, I would like to add more celebrity fragrances. A lot of them from my childhood and growing up, I was a fan of a lot of celebrity scents. So hopefully I can find them just to add back into my collection. Just my favorites, not all, usually just my favorites. On the fourth shelf here, I have all of my Sand and Fog oils. and some travel sizes here. And again, there are various travel sizes, you know, Choco Musk, Middle Eastern, Sand and Fog, Le Monde Gourmand, these mimic oils, which I'm not really a fan of, but I'm hoping to use them up soon. And I've got a couple designer travel sizes in the back as well. And then here at the bottom are all of my Bath and Body Works mists, another little box of travel sizes, some samples here in my little token box, and then minis and more sample sets, discovery sets that I usually like to keep for reference, or like I said, when I want to smell something. So yeah, I'm really happy with this shelf that I got. Up top, I got all of my little posters and records and stuff because I don't know where to put them at the moment. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how it looks. This took way too long, like an obnoxious amount of time to set up because, like I said, I am a chaotic person by nature. So trying to put chaos into some semblance of order took me a while. But yeah, again, I can't stress about how happy I am. It's nice to see all of the pretty bottles laid out and all of like the fun, like crazy shaped bottles. I really enjoy seeing it. I think that's a cool thing about having a little fragrance collection or being like a bit of a collector is, you know, you really get to appreciate the bottles and the cool little things that go into it. So, let me know what you guys think. Talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to know. How are you guys organizing your fragrance collection? If you have one, I know, believe me, you do not need to have as many as I do. Don't do that to yourself. I mean, if you want to, by all means, you know, we can vibe out with 100, 200, 300 fragrances, but this is not at all the norm. This is not at all what's expected. If you know, however you organize your fragrance collection is how you do it, and I'm sure that it is fantastic. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Give me a like if you liked this chaotic video. Subscribe if you want to. I will always appreciate it. And I will see you in my next one.